My name's Jeff. I'm from Weston. Been living in Weston now since like 24, 25 years old. So like the last 30 years, been living in Weston, and it's nice. I love living by the sea. You get that fresh air, and yeah, it's a great place to live, I think. Coast Guard, I've been in 12 years now. I'm 56, so my maths ain't great. 44 years old when I joined. Thoroughly enjoy it. Gone from being the newbie to the longest serving team member now. I am looked up to by that horrible lot over there. So the ones on this side are my dad's medals. They're the ones that he got when he served in the Second World War, fighting against the Japs. And this one's the Queen's Jubilee Medal. I've got a couple more, but the ribbons being redone. Some of the stories that stick out in my mind, mostly animals. I'm a bit of an animal lover. A few years ago, we had a horse stuck on the beach in the mud at Burnham, and we were called to back up the Burnham Coast Guard team with assisting getting this horse out of the mud. Anything that involves dogs. We've had a couple of dog rescues, quite close to my heart. We've always had dogs in the family, so anything where dogs are involved, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to protect themselves. They rely on their owners keeping them on lead, and yeah, anything that involves animals is quite close to my heart, really. He never talked much about the war. One of the stories I do remember him telling, he served on the HMS Indefatigable, which was an aircraft carrier. One of the stories he told us was during the conflict, they were attacked by a Japanese kamikaze, and he crashed into the side of the ship, blew a massive great hole in the side of the ship. Fortunately, a few minor injuries, but nobody was fatally wounded. And he said about how back in those days, within about 3 hours, they patched up the hole and they carried on fighting the battles. Whereas in this day and age, it'd be like that ship would be taken off service. It destroyed a couple of planes on the deck, and they pushed the planes over the side into the sea, and they carried on going. And it's one of the little stories that Dad told me that it sticks with me, and yeah, quite a memorable one. Quite closed about it. Sadly, he's gone now, so we'll never know. We'll never get those stories out of him. So yeah, it's quite closed subject, really. Very rarely he ever spoke about it. So yeah, we have no idea now. Those memories are gone with him. My brother served in the Merchant Navy. He'd done his time in the Merchant Navy, and once he came out of that, he went into the Fire Brigade, and he served his whole life in the Fire Brigade, working his way from at the bottom to the top to a station commander of London Fire Brigade. He was involved in some of the stories. He was involved in the big fire at King's Cross Underground. He was one of the first teams down there. No. It's something that sort of dwindled away now. Doing national service and then joining the big wide world seems to be a thing of the past now. It's something I didn't do. It kind of stopped at my generation. I'm into the motor trade, so I went straight into car mechanics, and still in the motor trade now. But yeah, it's not something anybody else in the family's followed. I love it. Yeah. It's interesting. Every day's a different day. I've gone from being on the shop floor, getting my hands covered in grease and oil. I'm now an office boy, doing estimates on accident damaged vehicles. So I have a computer and a pen instead of a box full of spanners. But yeah, I enjoy it. I've worked my way up through the lines, like father, like son, just in a different profession.